Good evening, everyone. Okay, I'm Shauna from Infinity Readings. I'm continuing here. We're getting moving on to the Aries male, singles and couples. I'm going to kind of filter the energies, just kind of go with the flow. I'm not really splitting the couple and single up. If we don't get a lot of feed, it's just maybe there's uneventful, which can be a good thing. Just focus on whatever energy comes forth. So you may be free falling here and doing okay. So then, Spirit's not coming through with a lot of messages because you're on the right track. So it'll go towards the things that need care and attention. So you may have to thank your lucky stars. There's no attending to that. So again, Aries males we're coming from. I want to shout out to my friend that made me this necklace. I have her card here and her info. I'm going to post it in the box below after the video, after I'm done editing. Listen to me. After I'm done the video, I'm going to post how to get a hold of her if you want to buy some necklaces. She's from Canada, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and she does an awesome job. It's quality stuff. So sometimes ordering outwards, you don't know what you're going to get. This lady knows her stuff, so she's really good. And prices, are awesome as well. She made this set for me. So she got me all gemmed out for my season this year, or this summer anyway. So I want to shout out to her, and that's ESYFLORESY. I know I'm saying it kind of Canadian-esque because it's a Polish name. But yeah, so look her up. Once I put the contact info, you can get a hold of her. She does custom work as well. So take advantage of that. Not sure where she can and cannot ship, or does not ship, but you can ask her that and find out for yourself. She has a Facebook page where she displays all her stuff. So you can look in there, see all the pieces she's made already. So interesting stuff. Okay, so I'm going to move forward here. We are with the Aries male. What is he up to? So I'm going to flip these cards. I pre-shuffled. I don't like shuffling on screen. I know people, it's like against their religion, but sorry, that's what I do. Anyway, the energies. I go with 3 cards of the masculines to kind of overview all the energies for the season, get a wide range. And then we slowly move in. We go through 2 sets of tarot cards, plus love and romance and sex. We get right down into the grid of things, see where that takes us. Okay, these are love and sex readings. I think I missed saying that. They're love and sex readings, so we do get into that area. Okay, so the first card I get for the Aries male. It's interesting. I just had the female, and I was coughing and hacking. I couldn't get things out, and I'm fine now. So it must be the female is not speaking her truth here. I was hacking and spitting. I couldn't get things out. Anyway, so I'm better now. The Aries is not having a hard time speaking, but I do feel like when I was shuffling, man, cards were getting jumbled. It's like things aren't fitting. So that was the essence I was taking forwards. Like, things aren't going to plan for the Aries male. It's the essence I got just from shuffling while the energy was sitting there. Now the first card for the overall energy here is beauty. Okay, so beauty. These Aries males, they can be vain, and they can be very egotistical. I feel like that's all part of it. I feel like they may be in a mode where they're noticing their efforts outward, meaning they're paying attention to how they look so that they can attract a partner. Or, paying attention to that if they're not attracting one, right? This is where they're going and looking for things. So beauty means a lot to them in that way. And also they're going also outward. They want to look for beauty. So they may be just looking and searching for that as well. Spirit's got to come in and whip me into shape here. So the next card I get, such an Aries trait, is action. Okay, authority here. So these are what these guys are famous for, action. They're, they want to find some beauty and take action in that direction. So they may have someone in their, in their sights. If we're talking about singles here, we may have someone that we're focused on, okay? And it may be on the surface, may be an ego thing. Oh, I like the looks of that. Bring that to me, taking action to get that to him, right? Taking a step forward to make it known. There's a beauty in front of me, and I'm going to take action and get in front of it, right? Then we have guidance. As an overall energy here, there's a sense that this man is being guided. Whoa, hold on. There's a yellow here. They're making me take note of the yellow. Yellow is sunshiny, happy, okay? We're getting some good vibes in the direction that we're looking, and we're feeling quite sprung to go in that direction. Feel like we're getting intuitive guidance in that way, like intuitive hits, or maybe just listening to our intuition that, yeah, this person, I dig this, and I think they dig me, and, everybody's digging everything. So we're wanting to move in that direction, okay? So definitely for the singles, feeling that. And for the couples, the beauty is taking note of how I'm the other person in this relationship. I gotta, pull up my bootstraps, right? to come around here, because I've just not been paying attention to those details, okay? Getting in a rut. So we're gonna pretty ourselves up a little bit and peacock off, right? We're gonna go and show off our colors, right? And then take action. That's the action. Going out and, maybe doing things in public arena where we get all dolled up, dressed up, and showing off. And then we're guided in that way. We're kind of pushed by the universal energies. Yeah. Take some pride in yourself. Just, maybe it's not that they don't take pride, but it's the fact they may not have made time for it. Okay. They're always busy working, busy, busy, busy. I mean, this is a fire energy. That Aries male, he's up in everything, but it's all business and stuff. And maybe now he's going to, the beauty is kind of encompassing the free time as well. Being able to kind of strut his stuff like he does so well, right? So that's kind of that energy. We're taking into account our beauty and how other people view us in a physical kind of way. And then we're going to take action to show that off. And then we're guided as well to do that from the inside. So this is where we start here with all the energies for the Aries male, okay? Now, as we get into the tarot cards, I got 2 tarot cards here. Sorry, something just flashed on my screen. We got 2 tarot decks I'm pulling from, a romance deck and a sex and love deck. So we're going to go right through everything. I go horizontally and then I go vertically. Kind of breaks things down in a different viewpoint. I'm liking how it's unrolling, so I'm sticking with it. Now, the first card we get for the Aries male, we slowly creep into the personal life is what goes on here. We have the 3 cups, and that's celebrations, right? With people that we like, care about, people that make us happy, right? So we're talking about all that action and beauty. I feel like beauty is really talking about socializing in a sense as well. It's encompassing that, right? So celebrating with people that we like, people that we want to be with, and people that make us happy, okay? Then the next card we get is 3, the Empress. So the Empress is that motherly energy. Now, we have to keep into account when we have celebrations here, we can be talking about pregnancies as well when we're dipping into that pool, okay? The Empress is all about the feminine energy. It also can be about the creativity, right? The creativeness that kind of blooms from this man once he's taken the time to really take action about his own sense of his own sense outward, his own beauty and his own How do I word that? Really, that outward movement. This is me. This is my Aries. This is my fire energy. Look at me. And it's like that energy is creating a new phase. Okay. So we're kind of going out and celebrating and being with friends and being socialite here. And it's creating a new essence for who we are, a new energy field that kind of shakes things up a bit for the Aries male. Okay. Now, the next card we get is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is about the stability that they have within the family life. So if we have some Aries men who are in a coupled relationship, this is very good and golden. And in fact, I think we're having a lot of fun in our relationship at this point. So during the summer, we're lightening up quite a bit than from the rest of the year. Okay. Feeling like kind of, I may even have some of these Aries taking the summer off of work, right? Or a good part of it where we can enjoy and dip into all of that relaxation, happy vibe stuff. Surprised the sun's not in here somewhere. So that's what I'm feeling. A lot of sunshine, getting out and dealing with that. So the Four of Wands really captures that energy of having a stability in a relationship. So if we're coupled, we're solid. We may be on the verge of actually bringing a new energy in, meaning we may be trying to have a baby or, creating a baby through this summer. That can happen. So be aware of that energy. Okay. And if we're single, we're mingling, getting out there and having fun and flirting. And that Empress energy is just something that can come at you. So, and I feel like they're just really enjoying the feminine, enjoying being single and dating and dipping in. I don't want to make too many sexual references here, but dipping into the feminine side of things, enjoying being luxurious in that. Getting dressed up, going out and showing off and just absorbing what they have, going home and calling it a day, and no attached, no attaches, but just absorbing what's around you, right? I feel like, I don't know, maybe they've been single for a while. They're just in a phase where they've dealt with all their stuff, the singles have. And so they don't have any hangups. They're pretty light and easy and not in any rush, not being pushed in any way. So they're just enjoying the moment, which is really good. And then the Four of Wands is, in the background, we have that in mind. We're always looking, but we're not pressured. Free and easy is the sense I get. Oh, boy. Okay. No, we end up on the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is about, let me tune in here. It's really arguments, quarrels, and squabbles, but at the expense of someone else. It's really weird because this doesn't fit with the energy I'm getting here. Okay, so there's some kind of a fight here. Okay, listen to this, what I'm getting. Okay, give me a minute here. Oh, okay. Okay. We may have an Aries going out and he's, like I said, he's unlocked from any, he doesn't have any hanging emotional hangups attached to him. He's feeling the single one, okay? We're feeling footloose, fancy free. We're going out and getting happy, and we're being single, and like I'm seeing like a pub scenario or out in public where we're socializing, okay? The Empress is those opportunities that we have forward to mingle with other people of the opposite sex, right? Now, in what could be happening here is we have a situation where there is someone here that is a mother figure, okay, has a child already, okay, and though she is broken up with this partner and out mingling to socialize, she is nonetheless single there may be some attachments there. Now, the Four of Wands is about that way forward of thinking, you know, no pressure from the Aries male, but thinking of, you know, it's kind of time to start searching, you know, but I'm just going to enjoy this. And then the Five of Swords, I'm getting literally a pub scenario here. So for someone specific, where we went to a pub and we're just mingling, we're light and fluffy. We don't know this person. We get, you know, everybody's talking and enjoying the evening. And it's almost like we have to deal with someone's ex coming at us, taking it the wrong way. It's like, hey, I just met this woman. What are you doing, man? Like, we have to defend ourselves. And to the degree where, well, we know the Aries is quick to temper, right? So he's going to show him who's to and what's for. But I feel like it's this woman's ex-partner that kind of comes out of the blue here. I'm getting a scenario that they either, maybe they were married, maybe they're still living together. One of those complicated things where they're still living together, but they're split. And they get the expenses, right? All of this stuff, maybe that, but she didn't come forth with that. I feel like the Aries male's kind of lost here. He didn't know what the hell happened. He's just talking to this chick. All of a sudden, boom, somebody comes out of the blue, says, what the hell you think you're doing? This is what I'm getting, like a little scenario. So we had to put our foot down. We had to use our aggression in a way that we didn't want to. Kind of spoils the fun, okay? Like an evening's been spoiled or something's going on there. That's the scenario I'm picking up. So, okay, let's move on from that. Weird. I'm like, this doesn't fit. Oh, they'll make it fit. Okay, so the next four cards here. See what's going on. We have the Eight of Cups. So that's interesting. Because, like the single guy, right? Getting a feeling. He's footloose. He's fancy free. He doesn't have any emotional hangups. So he's not really, and I feel like it's not like he's walked away from something, but obviously there's something here he walked away from. May have been just this fight scenario. Okay, man, hey, I'm not touching that. Just, I'll let it be. You know, like they maybe come to an argument. I don't feel it's an all-out brawl, but like to a heated argument where, you know, people had to be, you know, swearing and that kind of thing, but no physical fight per se. But we had to stand our ground and say, hey, man, like this woman, you know, we're just having a conversation, like a misunderstanding. So we may be turning our back against that individual scenario, okay? But nonetheless, that's giving up on something and going in a different direction, okay? So if we got a single guy here, there's something that kind of came across his path. But again, I don't feel he's taking anything too seriously. He's just enjoying the time over summer, okay? The next card I get is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. So there's something here that the Aries male is weighing. He's weighing out, you know, this one, that one, whatever. So I feel like it's almost something he doesn't want to think about, but he's thinking about it. It's like it doesn't want to occupy his time, but he's there, he's dealing with it, okay? So the next card I get is the Ace of Wands. And Ace of Wands is about, you know, it's his element, right? It's the fire element. It's, you know, they cracked open that rock. That's the action. That's the passion, okay? If we're talking about walking away from something, he's walking away from something that he felt passionate about, that he was going to attempt to go in that direction, but it's almost like it stopped before it even started. Okay. Then again, we get an Empress. Okay. What's going on here? I got to tune in a little bit. Okay. Here's the deal. Now, we may have a situation here where we have a mother for our children or our child, or we have a mother to our child that we are not with, okay? Because this is really what it's telling me here. we've turned away from a mother. Okay, mother figure. Now, that could be the mother of your child, or it could be carrying a child that you may not even know about. Or, you know, this is what's going to happen over this summer. We get, you know, we dip into the physical side and we create another life here. So we have two empresses, two women sitting here in fertility, if not in creation of that, right? Or we could have a child already that this is a situation that we've turned our back on. So maybe this is why, you know, I'm getting a sense, because I usually get empathy from the Aries male. I'll get empathy from whoever I'm feeling from. And if that man is not thinking about any of this stuff, like literally he is weightless to all of these things, that will come out in the reading here. And that's the sense I'm getting. It's like, you know what, this guy is unhinged from something, completely emotionally, everything unhinged, going out and doing the single thing and being, and he is not taking any of this into account, but yet it is part of what is going on over the summer. Okay. So as a single, we may have had a relationship here with someone where, like I said, it's almost like a stop and start. Like we went to go in that direction, then we had to stop. But yet I get the double empress is confusing me, because we got two mother figures here. Now we could have a scenario where we have two different mothers. We have a child with two women, and they're different women. They may not be the same, right? So we're having a deal. We may be walking away from one of them. Okay. And we kind of are doing our own thing. Okay. Another scenario here. They're going, no, that's it for the single. Okay. For the coupled, let me tune in here. Okay. Okay. For the coupled, we're taking some action to take a break or turn our back. Feel like, you know, it's kind of a break scenario. There's stuff going on here that for the Aries male, it's just not balanced. He's not getting what he needs and seeing that there's a problem here. So he's taking action and going towards either someone else or something else, or could even be as light as a feminine figure that he's confiding in. Okay. And I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt here with that, being on the positive side here. But nonetheless, there's something going on here. And the male is not taking this really into account here. There's stuff going on here he needs to be aware of, and he's kind of blocking it out. Is the sense I'm getting here, because I'm all light and fluffy with him, free and easy, and then all of a sudden all this heavy stuff comes in. What's going on? So this is what's underlying. Okay, the man, he's free and easy, he's out doing his thing, but there's a lot of stuff here he's not dealing with. Okay, so as we move on, we get into the romance side. So this is going to bring it all forward. Four of Cups. That is the Aries male attending to someone else. So he is going forward to show his affections in a way to somebody. And he is making it known to her in a public way. He don't care. Like, this is what I'm getting. He don't care who knows what. So that makes me feel like he may be unhinged. Like he may be truly single. And that's accepted by everybody. And he's going forth to find, or at least express outward, carrying feelings for someone else, for someone, period. Okay. Then we have, well, Seven of Cups. Oh man, I gotta inspect here, because we have two ladies with feathers in their hair, and these are not the same women. These are not the same women. Okay. So we have a situation here We have a man going outward and caring and being affectionate to one woman. He's literally bending over for her. She's sitting down. So in a sense, giving the sense of he is above her. Okay, that's a sense. Now here, it is much the other way around. He's got another woman here who is very much above him, that he is trying to look up to. He is kissing her hand here. He's bending over here. He's really, yeah, I'm getting a sense these are two different dynamics within these two different women. Okay, so if we have a single male man, he's just working it. And there's two different types of women he's going after in the direction of. Okay, so that's what's going on. And then, oh man, look at him. There's the Aries energy. And he's in charge. Okay, so he is putting his, he's putting his foot down and he's going forward in whichever way he pleases. Okay, and I feel like, I'm still feeling like these are two separate energies. I want to combine it, but we'll see how it goes here. I'm trying to make sense of this. We could be just heavily dating. We're just on the dating scene, lightly dating, but we're accommodating, okay? But nonetheless, he's in control. He's taking charge, and this is where he wants to go and what he wants to do, and that's that. He's in his energy. Then we have the King of Swords coming in here. What's he doing there? Just give me a moment here to inspect. Okay. They're going, that's his energy as well. So what's going on here is I get this happy vibe on the outside, but we're an oh shit man, we're taking charge, and not only that, we're in a bad mode. We've got some emotions here that we've cantankerous, angry, you know, we've been through the mill here. And I feel like there's a sense of release in the direction that he's going here. Okay, so if we're dealing with the single Aries, this man's just out power dating. It's really what he is. He's above board. I mean, he's just pushing the boundaries here, but he's just dating. So that's the way it goes, right? And I feel like he just hasn't narrowed it down to one area that he wants to go in, but nonetheless, taking charge, going out there and mingling. Okay, but on the inside here, there's a lot of that stuff, and I feel like this is all this energy that needs to be dealt with. It's making him angry and bitter and resentful, and that's kind of that energy that's coming from there. It's like there's a past here that he just don't want to deal with, and that's kind of coming up and coming up. I think it's going to be unavoidable eventually, but right now he's trying to avoid it, so that's why it's not really in the air. But nonetheless, this is showing, you know, this guy's feeling it. You know, he's feeling it on the inside. He wants to go out and date and do the, you know, but there's a bitterness that's kind of boiling on the inside. So take that into account. So that's the stripe here. We're just kind of highly dating on the single end. Now, for those in a coupled relationship, this just doesn't look good. Man, we got two men and we got two women. So what's going on is there, you know, we could be in a position where we're kind of swinging here. Like this is because we've got a couple, you know, and then another male. Like we could be just flip-flopping and experimenting in that way. That could be a scenario. Yeah. That's kind of all I can make sense of here. Other than that, it's just kind of all over. There's I want to say no sense of loyalty, but I feel like the loyalty time has passed. That's what they're kind of saying. There's loyalty, but it's past. So we're just going out and expressing stuff. That's what's going on. So we'll go into the sex side. Boy, that's going to clear things up. So here we go. Into the sex side of things. And the first card we get, 5 of Pentacles. That's that romance and wow me, wine me, dine me. That's that card. Okay. He is putting it on to try and impress this woman forward. So there is a focus here, no less. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like a spider with all the eyes going in different directions, the feel I got. But nonetheless, he's turning it on, right? He's playing the violin. He's taking her out on the porch for a nice ocean view. The whole nine, he's pulling out all the stops. He is going to impress her no matter what. The next card I got is the Two of Cups. So not only does he impress her on the romantic side of things, but once they get physical, it's very deep and passionate and loving. So this makes me feel like there's a connection here that's just a little more than we're just dating, right? We've known each other maybe, and we're just decided to date, that kind of thing. But nonetheless, bringing out all the stops here. The emotions are just pouring into this other person. He's really finding an outlet. Sorry, I gotta keep this PG. Then we have, interestingly enough, the Queen of Pentacles. How do we get someone having a great sex life to turning their back and saying, I don't want any? How can we do that without having two people? This is what I don't understand. But I think the Aries male will understand this. Okay? But we have someone romancing, winding and dining, getting physical and enjoying and being passionate and very emotionally deep. There's a lot of depth here emotionally. We're getting into the physical side. Then we come across the Queen of Pentacles, all of a sudden just turning them off. I don't want sex with you. I'm busy. I don't have time. So maybe that's the scenario. Maybe we're in a relationship where we are partnered up on a lighter side of things, and the partner just doesn't have time for that. So we're going out and wining and dining and getting it somewhere else. Okay? And we're putting all our energy into the something else. Okay? Now, the last card we get is the Six of Cups. Oh, man. The Six of Cups. Where's that coming from? They're going, that's the partner. What partner? I feel like this one. Okay. He's got a Queen of Pentacles there that's distracted. There's a woman there, supposed to be a physical partner for him. She's totally distracted with something else from the past. She may be hung up on a past partner. She may be hung up on the way things in their relationship were in the past. Something's not right here. Big disjointment, okay? I can't even figure it out. But we're going to go and switcheroo here. I'm going to go vertical. And I think it'll come out. So, yeah, wow. He's busy. Okay. We're going to go with the ones, the twos, the threes, and I'm going to bring them all out down the line here, and we're going to, a lot of stuff comes out. Okay, so we started with the Three of Cups, and that's that party vibe, that energy, the light and fluffy stuff, right? Feeling good and great and wonderful. Then we have the Eight of Cups, okay? We're going down the line here. That's turning away. We're at a celebration. We're turning away, okay? We're at a party with our mate, and we get pissed off, and we decide to go in a different direction. Then we get the King of Swords. We get mad. Getting mad at somebody at a celebration. And then we end. Man, this is just all over the place. And we end up in a position where we are whining and dining. We either have a bipolar man here, or bipolar relationship, or something that's really like fiery, like on 1 minute, off the next, on 1 minute, off the next, that kind of thing going on, or like just people that are indulging without thinking first, thinking things through at all. They're in or out of a relationship, okay? So if we have some singles, they're out celebrating, they're turning their back. So they may have turned their back on a relationship and they're going out and celebrating and in lieu of that, okay? And we have the King of Swords, and that's just that energy of, yeah, I'm not quite, the softie that I could be because I'm still bitter about things from the past. But I'm going out there and I'm going to try and make someone happy and doing a good job of it too, right? Because that's really the most romantic card in the deck is that card. So away he goes and he works on that and he gets somewhere. So again, energies are weird here. We'll figure it out by the end here. Okay, so number 2 card. We start with the Empress. So this is that, could be a motherly figure that's in the picture, dealing. But again, I'm picking up on the male's energy, man. He's just cutting that part right out. I'm footloose, fancy free. That's all I need to worry about. So he's really cut things down. So if this Empress here is, and I don't get a sense she's trying to gain access to him. I just feel that she's in the picture somehow. But there's no limp, everything's kind of, it's hard to read. Okay, the 6 of Pentacles. That equal give and take. So that's where the imbalance sits with this Empress. Yeah. Neither one was getting what they needed from this relationship. That's what happened. Really hit the end of the rope. Okay. And there he is. There's the couple, right? The Emperor and the Empress. Okay. And the imbalance. Well, I'm feeling this is a balance of give and take, but I'm feeling that the reason they're busted apart is because it's an imbalance. Somebody didn't give enough. Or, something went wrong. Like it's just the way it went. And then when we get into the sex side of things, the 2 of Cups. And the Emperor, So the bottom line here is that he wasn't getting fulfilled in the bedroom. And that was the equality he was looking for. I'm getting a sense from her, just unimpressed by the whole situation. Not wanting to fight, not wanting to put in any energy, nothing. Okay. So we're just letting it go. The time has passed here. I think we're getting intuitive nudges to move on. Time's come, move on. We've done everything we can do in this relationship. Nobody's got any ties either way. It's time to go. Now, this man is moving forward quite passionately. I get a sense he's not been very passionate to her. He hasn't even found that spot where he can be passionate with his partner that he had, right? Because I feel like this is kind of by both parties, we're understood. It is done. Okay. And the equal give and take here. We're going to balance things. If we got family in that, we'll deal with each other, what we need to deal with. And that's it. Don't ask for more because I'm not giving more. Don't feel more. You're not going to get. And they're not really expecting any more either. It's kind of all understood in a energetic kind of way. This is the way it is. And the man this is his reading. He's moving on and finding love and gaining that passion and feeling it outward, right? In a physical way. That's the first place he goes. And it's going to open him up. Okay. So that is the second level of vertical. Man. It's amazing how the energies kind of come out in different ways. Now we go to the third level. We start with the 4 of Wands. So this is talking about the union or the stability within all of this. Where's that come from? The Ace of Wands, right? Passion. There's a passion here to gain. We want to be sensual and sensuous with someone. And I feel like this Aries man, he's just fed up. I need loving and I need passion. I don't even know what that is. My partner, it's like I can't get it from my partner. No matter what happened, it's almost like it doesn't matter what happened. They're split. It's both. It's a mutual thing. At this point, it's done. Now he's going forward to find the passion he couldn't find in his union, whether it was a marriage or just a cohabitation or whatever. I feel like there was children involved though, you know, and that's really keeping him on the down low. Like, I feel like he could be a lot more combustible if there weren't children around. He'd be kind of telling it like it is. Okay. Now, as we move on to the romance side, that's okay. The energy from the relationship that they had, literally busting apart, right? Breaking that rock apart. New energy. We want to go in a new direction. We got the passion. We're going to go find it. So there he is going and dipping into that. I like you. Let's do something, blah, 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 right? I'm going to show you what I can do kind of thing. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like, again, that's the energy he came from. Okay. So maybe he was attempting to make amends there to a degree to that relationship that he had and was getting a cold shoulder. You know, the woman just kind of shut down to a certain degree. It's like physical. No, don't even go there. You know, that's the sense. It's like things busted apart in a communicative kind of way long before, and the woman, I think, just shut off. And then at a certain point, the man's trying to put his effort forward to open her back up again, because I want, you know, the attention or the physical sensations here. Let's get that moving again. And she's just not coming back from it. She just can't come back from it. There's just too much damage, too much that's not fulfilled. I feel on her end, there's no full cup here. We're not filling cups, you know, kind of like too little, too late. So that's the energy there. Okay. And now for the last run here with the conflict. Okay. The fighting at the expense of someone else. Okay. I feel like that scenario the scenario I brought out there is just kind of maybe 10% of the population. It's not everybody, you know, and it never does apply to everybody, but it's a scenario, an example of something, you know, that could happen, that could flare up. So we're talking about the Five of Swords. Victory at the expense of someone else. Who? The Empress. We're gaining ground here. We're getting happy, but it's because we got to lose one part of this duo. Interesting. And then what do we get? Again, bowing down. Yeah, see, I got to bring out this card and then just start talking. Because this is the card here, the Six of Cups, okay? Victory at the expense of someone else. Who? The Empress. Why? I loved her and I gave her everything I had, but she is lost. She's gone in a different direction. I can't get her back mentally. This woman is totally facing the opposite direction. He's coming at her, trying to explain and trying to gain in a physical do action passion kind of way. She's not accepting it. Something. I feel the frustration from the male going, like, there's nothing I could do. I turned it on. Man, I turned it on. The passion was there, everything. Wined her, dined her. She's done. It's off. It's over. So there's nothing more he could do. He turned it all in. Latest cards all on the table, and it still wasn't enough to get things back going again. So I feel like there's a bit here that is not understood by the Aries male, and it may take him till after he gets into another relationship before he really, which he kind of has got it backwards. He's got to deal with this before he gets into another relationship. But nonetheless, he has to get into another relationship, open that heart back up again through the sexual acts, right? And then he'll start to get the emotions will start to flood back. And then he'll go over it and go, yeah, da, da, da. and start figuring in, right? Start going over it and thinking, okay, this is what happened, that's what happened, you know, putting two and two together. Because I feel like the Aries male is kind of in a state where he's lost. Like he tried, and even though he kind of knew that there was a point here where he could go, he figured in the end, I think, that he could gain ground here, but he didn't. He didn't get it. He didn't get what he thought he could get. It's not want or not want. It was, well, it was, yeah, there was no forethought there. We were just trying and pushing and doing our best, but it you know, there's a different agenda here that the woman's caught up on, like I said, either how things were in the past, dreaming of something that they don't have, or someone from some other, you know, past relationship, whatever. You know, these usually symbolize someone from the past, can't get over, can't let go of, right? We're hung up on this and we're not dealing with our life. So in whatever form that comes out in, that's what's happening. So it's very transitory, obviously. I mean, we're in transition, you know, and this is kind of like we're single, but we're coupled, and a couple situation here, like I said, it's just not good. If we're in a coupled relationship, it's just kind of the same scenario. We have someone that we're leaving because they have, in a sense, turned the faucet off, and not even a crowbar could get that sucker open. It's just shut off. There's and I do get a sense universally that the job's been done here. Our lessons have been learned. We're tapped out. So we need to go in a different direction to get. And that's really, the Aries is doing that full bore. He's going. You know, he's running, in fact. And it may even seem cold to some, but nonetheless, there's, you know, you can never judge someone until you're in their shoes, right? And that's the thing. There's no more that he can do. And that's really what I get a sense of here. There's nothing you can do anyway. I mean, you could try more, but I think he's done it all. And even, you know, he's just not going to gain any ground with the past. You know, he just has to move forward, you know. And then if it comes back around, then he'll deal with it then. But he's not even, hey, Rosemary, he's not even in the mode. He just really has come to terms. He's tried everything he can do. He's accepted defeat here. And he had to let it go. I feel like it's kind of like it's on the, you know, disintegrating end here. Like slow moving crash is what's going on here. But he, in the end, he gave the best fight he could give, but it just wasn't enough. You know, time's up, that kind of thing on the relationship. So thanks for coming in, Rosemary. It's pretty quiet tonight. I don't know where you're from. It may not be night there. But that is the Aries male. The Aries male reading. So like I said, in transitory. So I'm not going to drag it here. So take care, Aries male. There's a lot of stuff, and I feel like it's going to be a while until he actually even dips into what he needs to in that way to deal with things, because there's a shutting off of the mind. I can only deal with so much. Fresno, California. Awesome. I am good. I am tapped out for the night. I did 4 readings today. I don't know what your sign is, but we're going to work our way down. I'm going to start off doing tomorrow, getting into Taurus. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to tie up things here. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. I'm going to tie things up here. So tie things, wrap things. There we go. And the Aries energy still. Oh, Virgo. Well, we got a few days to go here. I can only do 4 days. Oh, thanks, Rosemary. That's awesome. Back at ya. Okay, so the overall energy, the beauty. So the man's feeling, now that I've read all of that, right? He's feeling from the inside more appreciated outward, right? He's feeling more appreciation, more beautiful. I mean, you know, more masculine. and more able to bring his passion forward, because there is something coming at him in that way. It's not what he had in the past put his efforts in, but there's a new direction, a new passion, and a new way forward. And that's just opening up a whole bunch of doors. It's bringing in things that he needs to feel, that he's been wanting to feel for a long time. And that's what is happening here. That's the whole purpose, time to move. Then, the action, right? So we have the beauty, which is kind of linked to the fact that we're feeling more appreciated, right? On that way, feeling appreciated for who we are. And, like I said, getting sprung in that way by someone taking an interest, where we've just kind of been living with that energy of not being appreciated fully and deeply. So the action, right? We're getting that beauty feeling, and we're getting sprung from that as well. Like the action, we're going to be inspired to take action when we feel that kind of thing around us. And then we end up with guidance. So there's a sense that this man is actually following a guided path here, his intuition, whatever it may be. He's, to a certain degree, his nature is to kind of fly by the seat of his pants, but there is some instinct kicking in here. And I feel like he's just kind of chopping one part of his life off and starting anew. And that's all he can do, right? Is just get rid of the one part. It's just too painful to deal with at this point. I feel there's a certain time zone here he's gonna kick in and deal with this. It's gonna wash over him. And again, once he gets into this new relationship, there's gonna be I'm thinking dichotomy is not quite the right word, but yet it is. When he gets that new relationship and it comes forward, and all the feelings that come from it's going to open that heart, and then he's going to emotionally attune to what went wrong. Right now he's just shut off, but he's starting to get open in the new direction, and then it's all going to wash over him. So that the guidance, he's following it, and in turn he's going to be dealing with a relationship when he's in one that's very satisfying, but nonetheless he'll have some emotional ups and downs within it, because there's a lot here that he is not, just again, it's just kind of got to compartmentalize stuff because it's too much to take all in one chunk. So that's what's going to happen over the summer. We're going to be dipping into a new direction for the Aries male, but he's going to be dealing with some emotional stuff. And that's going to, outwardly, he's going to be a little cantankerous because of it, because he doesn't know how to process the emotions. And I don't know that he'll take the time to isolate himself to do that properly. And so, he's got to be aware of the effect there. Well, I think it'll just it'll go over, and it will be a little edgy over this summer, but nonetheless, that's what's going on. So those are the energies for the male. Single and couple, like I said, I'm kind of reading it like a single, but if you're an Aries male, you will adopt that in the ways that resonate, okay? So, man, complex stuff, So thanks, Rosemary, for stopping by. And take care. Maybe you'll catch me sometime during the week here. I pop in and out whenever I have free time. So take care, have fun, and be kind. Yeah.